I just wanted to share this joyful moment with everyone. This is day one in Kathmandu, Nepal, somewhere I've dreamed about coming for many, many years, and somewhere I've been planning to come with my good friend, colleague, and mentor, Jim Knight. Jim and I are meeting for our first breakfast here together in less than an hour. So I'm super excited, a little bit overwhelmed being here in Kathmandu. I arrived yesterday. So what I'm doing is trying to manage my energy. So I'm having a nice cup of tea. I've learned something being in the United Kingdom for about 30 years. So
here we are.
Nepal.
Kathmandu.
We finally did it.
I know.
And it's something we've been looking forward to for so long. So here we are.
Probably at least a year and a half, if not more.
Okay, so here we are, beautiful palace, and Jim's here to tell us about the walk. So there's a map of Nepal. Jim, where are we actually walking?
So I think we did a ride from Kathmandu to Besti Sahar,
Right.
and then we go up. I mean, I have the names right: Jagat,
Yeah.
and then Shame,
Yes.
and we keep working our way up. And here's the pass at 5,417 meters, like 19,000 feet.
That sounds pretty high. That's a long
yeah.
walk as well. Day one in Kathmandu, and every day Jim and I are going to do a few reflections. So we spent time visiting cultural sites, temples. It's just been beautiful. And now over to thinking about highlights, Jim.
I think the highlight was not any one event. It was really starting to get a feel for Kathmandu, a feel for the culture. When our guide said we are rich and smiling in Nepal, I thought, I started to get a feel for this. So I feel like I kind of have, if I was to have to go somewhere and describe Kathmandu, I could say something. Yeah. So.
For me, it must have been the monkeys.
Well, the monkeys were big. Yeah.
And right towards the end of the day, we saw dancing, and I also liked the dancing, getting a flavor of Tibetan food, but also just this idea of a deep respect for the culture.
Right.
So, day two, Kathmandu, Nepal, and we're in Pashupatinath temple here, and it's so different from some of the other temples we've visited. This is a Hindu temple. The smoke behind me is because this is where they do the cremations. So I saw this as I was coming into Kathmandu, and I've been curious about experiencing that. This is the world's biggest stupa, right here behind us. Those days of playing Frogger paid off.
That's right. We got across the road.
Getting across the road is part of the adventure,
That's
being
right.
here in Nepal. We did a last minute bit of shopping today. We were out and about. I got this bag, and inside is all the things I forgot to get. I should have read the list better. What's happening is tomorrow morning we've got a duffel bag which we can take. In fact, the porter's going to be carrying this one. And then Jim and I, each of us, will have one of these, and this is called the day pack. And then on top of that, the only other thing I have is this. So everything we need for the whole journey has to fit into either this duffel bag, day pack, or this little pack. And the packing bit, I find it fun. I find packing fun because you have to be really thoughtful about everything has to have a purpose. So some light gloves, which I didn't have before, so those will go in there. Tomorrow is a day of traveling, so we're not actually going to be using these things. Yeah, the kind person in this shop gave us some socks. It was a gift, so I didn't purchase these. It says North Face on there.
I think it was your hat.
Oh yeah.
I think they gave it to you because of the hat. They said, look, this guy's wearing a traditional Nepalese hat. Let's give him some socks.
Well, this hat has been very popular.
I got a belt too.
You got a belt.
Did you get a belt and socks or just
No,
socks?
just socks. Yeah. So you got the belt.
Okay.
Now these Jim, I don't know what we're doing with these. I'm just hoping the guide knows what's going on.
You put them on the bottom of your shoes so you don't fall off the edge of the mountain.
Okay.
They call them crampons, but they're not crampons.
Okay. Well, these things, I'm just worried that we have to have them.
Here's what I would say. I would be more worried if we didn't have them.
Okay.
Because if we need them, it's good that we've got them.
And
the famous sticks.
This is defeat. This is, I'm accepting defeat. I resisted for as long as I could.
Because he didn't think they were cool. Let's be fair.
Well, they're not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks right. There we go. So that's it. We're done. So Jim and I, it's been a long day and we're off to grab a bite to eat. So Jim, do you want to just explain what we've been doing today?
Well, we went to a few temples, both Hindu and Buddhist temples. Big stupa, and then we went shopping to a pretty chaotic part of town and got super deals on the things we didn't have. And now we're just getting ready. Tomorrow is the big day. Tomorrow we head towards the Himalayas.
So there it is. They're not going to be able to see anything now.
No. We have a question for you, Christian. Yeah. Do you feel any anxieties about anything as you take this trip?
Not yet.
I have one, so I'll share mine.
What is that?
Well, mine is my knee.
Okay.
My knee's kind of sore and swollen, and I've been hiking a lot. I was not too long ago going up and down very steep hills in California when Jenny and I were there for a retreat.
Yeah.
And but it's a little sore, so stay tuned. The knee could be a problem.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to expect, so I haven't done enough thinking ahead. There's probably things. I'm now a little bit anxious about your knee as well.
Okay, good. I wanted to share my anxiety with you.
So here we are with the crew. We're just setting off now. So here we are, we're taking a little break. It's a lunch break and we've been traveling all day. We've come from Kathmandu. Right up there on the pretty big highway. It's been beautiful right along the river the whole time. And we've just come off this junction here, which leads to a highway towards Pokhara, but we're stopping here. We're going to be taking a turn here at Dumre. But we're on the way for our trek. Just wanted to share a really special moment. We're just taking a little coffee break, the team. So that's Dawa, it's BJ. Hey, how are you? And there's Jim. Here we are, Bessi Sahar, the capital of this region, and we're only about a couple hours away from our destination, which is Jagat. And when we get there, that's where we start our trek tomorrow morning. So right now we're on our way to Jagat, where we're going to start our trek. Look at this beautiful countryside all around. So we've just arrived. This is day one of the trek.
Day one of the trek.
But day three of our adventure.
Christian and Jim's excellent adventure.
We're just about to set off for our trek. And if you can't tell I'm excited, well, this is as good as it gets. This is as excited as I get. And we're heading off into that. And we're going to be walking for 6 to 7 hours today. So super excited. Even the rooster knows what's going on. Here I am on the Annapurna Circuit. We're doing a 150 kilometer trek. And today is day one. But have a look at this already. Really stunning scenery all around. So this is where Jim and I are trekking today. Beautiful and magical. How's it going, Jim?
Best day of my life.
What a beautiful day. Just stunning. I just love the sunshine. It's a little bit warm, but I couldn't imagine it being more beautiful than it is today. As I'm walking in this beautiful place, I wanted to share a few of my rules with you. I have these rules change, by the way, but I do have rules that I like to stick to. One of them, for example, is whatever I order in a restaurant, I always finish it. Or if I'm offered a plate of something, I always eat it completely. Rules like that. One of my rules is to never complain about the sun, and I have to remind myself sometimes. Today it's a pretty warm day here, and I've got a lot of my gear on my back. So there was a moment where I was thinking, oh my goodness, the sun's pretty hot. But then I remembered my rule, which is to always appreciate the sun. So I really appreciate what a beautiful, stunning day this is. There's been something I've been wanting to share with everyone, and when I got to here on the Annapurna Circuit, I thought, well, this is the place. And it's about that little phrase, be kind to yourself. And as I've been thinking about it from the context of positive psychology, it's really important that we think of 3 time perspectives when we think about being kind to ourselves. Being kind to ourselves in the moment, being kind to ourselves when we reflect back on us in the past. So think back compassionately to decisions we've made in the past. And also take action today that's kind to our future selves. Literally next to our path is this thing. It's a waterfall. I'm getting a bit wet, so I'm just scooting along here. I told him 100 times, don't go chasing waterfalls, but he never listened. This is what happens it's been happening every day.
Every day.
We've been having dalbat. So we've made it to Darapani. This is our first full day of walking. We were up 7 a.m. We hit the road 7:30. We've only stopped for short breaks and lunch, and it's around 4:30 p.m. now, and we're arriving just before sunset. The sun sets around 5:30, so this is really when we want to be arriving in Darapani, and here it is. So we've just arrived at our hotel. Look at all these marigold flowers, and behind us where we're headed, it's pretty cold up here, and not only that, we've just lost power. Doesn't matter, there's no heating, so it doesn't make a difference, but there is no electricity. Mix it up, add a bit I'm having cauliflower this time, bit of that, push it together. When I'm ready,
squeeze it, and then
the thumb is pushing out.
yeah, underneath. Just go from your pinky finger.
Yeah.
Just put it on the right side
Right.
while keeping while having your mouth. Yeah, that's good.
Thank you. So here we are, day 5 of the Nepal adventure, and we're right here. Here's Jim Knight, and we're headed towards that direction, mountains, and we're going to Chamay today. So today's our second full day of walking, and this is the first time I've had a chance to see with such clarity the mountains we're headed towards. Just ahead of me is BJ there. Lots of dogs on the way looking after us. It's a lot of walking, which is great. So we're taking short breaks, but look where we get to stop, places like this. You see the mountains behind me, and they're kind of short breaks for a few minutes, but it's a wonderful opportunity just to rehydrate and find out what's in my shoes. So very excited. The first bridge and I've got a companion as well. So this is going to be super exciting. This is the first bridge we're actually crossing. Let's go, let's go. I want to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. So it's pretty steep, but our newfound friend Akal is here. BJ's there. That's going to motivate me to carry on, but I have to say, I'm pretty flat out. I've walked about 1 hour more than I thought I could walk. So, pretty out of breath. The elevation seems really high to me as well. But look at the beautiful nature around me. This sustains me. And also, this idea of putting one step, this idea of one step at a time. I've talked about it a lot from a psychological point of view. During tough times, you just kind of have to take one day at a time and one step at a time. And this feels similar, but from a physical perspective, I do feel like I'm completely out of energy. But it is possible to take one step. Even though I'm very tired and I've been walking way past my physical limit, I still have time and opportunity and space to appreciate the beauty of where I am. Okay, everyone, this is my favorite part so far, the bridges. And this is notable because I do have a fear of heights, but somehow my excitement about crossing these bridges seems to cancel out my fear of heights. But this is the bridge I'm about to cross, and look at where we are. It's exciting, but I have to pretend I'm not walking across a little bridge suspended over rocks. Look at this. All that. Hey everyone, we're in Tamang, first break, and that's what we've got as a backdrop. I just wanted to show you the blueness of the blue skies here in Nepal. Just so beautiful. I'm not in the right physical shape for the Annapurna Circuit, but I'm hoping to be by the time we finish. I'll be ready for the next trek. There, majestically, is the Annapurna range, the mountain you see right up in the clouds. We're at Koto, just another hour to Chame. I'm not really sure why. There's a vulture just here behind me. So here we are, walking into our destination. It's been another 17 kilometers today. Chame is one of the biggest towns we've stayed in since we've started walking. So I just want to show you around. Kind of a general store, food store, your dogs there. Then there's a fancy store here. It's kind of bustling compared to the other places. We're going higher and higher. I mean, you can see behind me there's already mountains all around. And I'm a little bit nervous or apprehensive about the altitude. I've heard so much about altitude sickness, and I don't know what it feels like. So I'm going to be dialing up my curiosity and just be noticing as we walk today. We're really getting up to 3,000 meters. And so when I do experience things, I'll try to be curious and notice, okay, this is how my body's reacting to it. This is how my mind is reacting, and try and find ways to counteract those things.
Okay, it's day 3 of our trek. We're here in Chame, and getting used to the elevation. It's been a little intense for me to feel the elevation, almost a little anxiety producing, but I'm pulling through. Christian, how are you feeling?
I'm the same. Curious about how this is going to play out today. Very excited though, because we're going to be getting up to 3,000 meters today. And also happy that our guides have told us that we can take it slow.
And how lucky am I? I've got these fantastic guides.
Yeah.
One of them, 24 years old, wise beyond his years, incredible. And I get an expert in positive psychology to keep me motivated. So I'm in great shape.
Well, we're both very positive. Another big day of walking, and I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of what today looks like. You can see beautiful sunshine, blue skies. We're headed in that direction, and we're still probably about 7 hours away from where we want to be. But just have a look at that. This is very different from walking on a treadmill. I would have stopped walking a day ago if this were a treadmill. But to be in this kind of location, you get energy from the sound of the water over the river, the snow on the top of the mountains, the pine trees. We figured if the goats are taking this as a rest place, it's a good place to hang out. If you ever do the Annapurna trek, what I don't want you to miss is the apple products. Beautiful. It's right next to the apple orchard is literally just down there. And you come to this place and you can have it fresh. There's apple wine, there's apple cupcakes, there's apple pie, there's apple crumble. Basically, if you like apples. Just want to give you a flavor of the walk today. We're on a sheer cliff here. Pretty close to the edge. Okay, so this is part of the new series of challenging clips. So we've been walking for a little while.
This will be a long series.
This could be a long series. Let's walk as we talk, because you can see Dawa keeping an eye on us.
He's ready to catch me if I fall.
Yeah.
That's literally what he does, I think.
So for me, the challenging bit, Jim, is it's become a little bit more difficult to breathe for me. I think I'll get used to it.
Yeah.
How are you feeling as we walk?
Well, I feel better now than I did last night. Last night I woke up in a panic attack, really.
Yeah.
My body, I think, was saying,
What
are you doing to me?
Yeah, yeah.
And I woke up out of the sleep, struggling to breathe a bit.
Yeah.
But now, because of our company and motion, feeling much better. Although these stairs are a challenge, but
there's a lot of steps here.
Step by step.
As they say. Let me show the steps now for a minute.
All right.
Here they are.
The scary thing is, Christian, I don't know how far up they go. It looks like they go quite a ways.
Another bridge. Coach on a motorcycle sticker as evidence. Let's go. Again, I feel like I'm out of energy, but look at what rewards there are. And just seeing this is going to give me another round, I'm sure, to get me to the Dalbat, which can't be that far away now. So this is the full team right here. Got Vijay, Prakash, our wonderful porter, Dawa, our Sherpa guide, and Jim Knight, my good friend. So I'll be looking forward to my Dalbat when I get there in about 15 minutes time. Jim and Dawa are there already, so it's BJ and myself. We wanted to share a video with you where we're not both miserable and almost out of breath completely. We're about half an hour away from Lower Pisang where we're staying, and we're in pretty good spirits.
I think so. I think it's been a great accomplishment. We're moving forward, and we went some high elevation today, like 11,000 feet, highest I've ever been.
So today's our third day of walking, and we just got to the hotel. I want you to guess the name of the hotel we're staying at. This is the best mood we've been in. There it is.
When you hit, it feels no pain.
We're staying at the Bob Marley Hotel. You saw how excited we were. But you don't see what the rooms are actually like. This is our room. So this is our sleep. This is the sofa. And this is our 2 beds. We get blankets. Those are the blankets, but we're mostly sleeping. That's like our little bookcase. We've got only 1 plug, so we've got to be smart. This is where we hang clothes and stuff. And then the bathroom. This is supposed to also be, you could have your shower in here, but there's no shower. You can just use the bucket. But it's the same bucket for, the toilet. And check out this window. There's a hole here. So I just got to the room. The door is open. It doesn't make much difference, but BJ's got me some tea. So I'm already in my thank you mountain warehouse. I'm pretty grateful for this fire. What about you, Jim?
Yes, I'm very grateful. It's the best thing about the night so far.
I think challenge number 2 that I haven't talked about a lot is how cold it is. It's pretty cold.
It is cold. Yeah.
But one of the things to counteract the freezing cold is Dalvat. I'm not sure why I'm so surprised, but the higher we go, the colder it gets. I'm sorry I'm crying, but it's that cold. And our tea house, it's a lovely tea house, but like most of the tea houses, it doesn't have heating, which means that it's pretty cold at night. So we're tucked into our sleeping bags. And so I'm super excited when the sun comes out, which it's doing right now. It's 7:30 in the morning. Jim's having Tibetan bread. I've got Tibetan bread, honey, and a boiled egg. So that's a typical breakfast for us these days. This is a really hospitable tea house. It really feels like we're living with a family. Families all around, and they're going through their everyday ritual. One of the rituals is to burn some juniper leaves. Just makes a beautiful scent as we start to thaw. Things were literally frozen last night.
Today, we're in a place called Pisang. There's a monastery up there, and the town sort of built, a little village built on a big village built on the side of the mountain. You can see kind of just attached in there. We're going to go up and explore the village. There's a coffee shop, apparently, that Christian's going to hang out in. And then there's a hike up to a glacier to see the glacier and the lake up there that we're probably going to do. Part of today is just getting used to the elevation. It's really cool the way it's set up. We go up a ways. This is our first big trip up. And then we have a day to get better. And then we have another day where we move to a place called Menang, and then we have a day to get acclimatized to the elevation. So that's kind of how it works.
I'm actually looking forward to today. The glacier doesn't appeal. I've felt like an iceberg all night. So what really appeals to me is to sit in a little coffee shop with my iPad, just do some, maybe even doodling today. I am going to trek up to Upper Pisang and the monastery, and then my plan is to spend a couple hours with my iPad somewhere warm, which I'm really looking forward to. I just wanted to let you know Dawa is now officially part of our team. Look.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome to Coach on a Motorcycle. Thanks. And this is the team. Today's our rest day, and we're just going up nearby to Upper Pisang. That's Dawa, Prakash, and then BJ. You see, super energetic. BJ is always the one with all the energy. So, here we are, Upper Pisang in Manang province. And although it's our rest day, Jim and I are still working hard. Here's Jim. And we're just going to spend a bit of time in this beautiful village. Do you think we can walk behind them?
I don't know. I think I'll do a wide swath here.
We're just doing a little reflection back to the start of the trekking part of this journey. So what was day one again?
Day one, we got picked up at our hotel in Kathmandu, and we took a jeep to Bessi Sahar, which was the capital.
Oh, yeah.
Then from Bessi Sahar, we drove up to a place called Jagat, Jagat, and that was our first night, our first chance to experience a tea house, which was an experience.
Yeah.
And we're continuing to have that experience. And for me, the power of the trek, well, first off, you're leaving the city, and
Yeah.
Kathmandu is pretty buzzing.
Yeah.
And so leaving the city, and then it just kept getting more and more beautiful and a little bit more and more rural, and it was quite wonderful.
Yeah, and it was great to finally see what a tea house was for me. So it prepared me well for we've been in the tea house every day since then.
Right.
So after the tea house experience, then it was the real trek.
Yeah, we put our boots on and we went hiking, and ended up hiking quite a distance. And it was both Christian and I have said previous to this, we probably walked maybe 4 or 5 miles max, never with a backpack. This time we had a backpack. Granted, it wasn't that heavy, but we did it. We got 11 miles or whatever it was we went, or how many kilometers, I think 17 kilometers. And it was kind of evidence that we could do it despite how tough it was. And I was pretty sleepy that first night.
Yeah, it boosted my confidence, though, to know that we could walk that distance in one day, 10 miles. I was amazed at our ability to do that. And then we were flat out. I slept really well that night. So with our confidence boosted...
Yeah, we went from Darapani to Chamay. And we were pretty confident starting the day. We felt good. We had a nice little interaction on video and had a nice breakfast, and off we went. And there were a lot of steps, a lot of hills, and both you and I had the same experience, which was we felt like, I don't know if we can do this. And I was thinking, if they said, one of our guides is sick, we have to go back, I'm sorry, I would have been, bummer, but okay, I'll do it. There was moments of doubt, and it was pretty tiring to get to get there. Beautiful though. I mean, it just keeps getting more and more spectacular. Today is the most beautiful day, but it just keeps getting more and more beautiful.
Yeah, there's definitely the beauty, but I experienced that thing of, I'm just out of energy. I can't do any more walking. But you look around, you're in the middle of nowhere. So this idea of having to go on. But like Jim says, every time you carry on, you see something just spectacular. But that night I was just so wiped out. I wasn't able to be sociable. I was so tired. I just wanted to get straight into bed. And but every morning we wake up feeling refreshed.
Yes, and just for the record, an unsociable Christian Van Oerberg is still a very sociable human being.
Then we had day 3.
Yeah, but I woke up having had a kind of panic attack. I couldn't breathe very well, and I was really anxious, But then when I woke up, I had breakfast, started lying down. It's a little harder to breathe. We're getting a pretty high elevation. And then I've got the best possible comrade to take this trip with, because he was very reassuring. But that was my darkest point, was in the middle of the night. And then the hike, I felt, was one of the better ones.
Yeah, and Chamay is up to 3,000 meters, so that felt like a real achievement for us. And compared to day 2, it was less fatiguing for me. So I guess that boosted our energy. And we met some nice Egyptians who were also trekking along with us. So overall, it's a nice day. And that's got us to today. Today's our rest day. We're resting because tomorrow we head up to Manang.
Right, and actually we came to, right now we're in Lower Pisang is where we are.
Oh yes, we're in Lower Pisang, and we're recording this in the beautiful monastery in Upper Pisang, right next to where we're staying.
And that's one of the Annapurna peaks right there.
Today is one of our rest days, so I've asked for a little bit of time just to chill on my own. Here's my Tintin shirt, Tintin and Nepal shirt. Tintin, one of my childhood heroes, traveling around the world, doing exciting things. So this is one of my Tintin moments. And You know, it's been pretty intense. This is day 6 of our Nepal adventure, and we've got guides with us all the time. And I sometimes need a bit of alone time. And therefore, this is really precious time for me. I'm just going to spend a couple hours here with my iPad. I like drawing or doodling. I also like reflecting. Jim Knight and I have been talking about work-related things as well, you know, just about the role of coaching in educational settings and the best way to facilitate learning. So some of those ideas are bubbling around. In fact, I woke up in the middle of the night with a kind of an idea about it, and I'm really keen to get it written down. So this is going to be my moment. But, you know, even here, this is a tiny little restaurant. But have a look at the views out of the windows. It's absolutely stunning. And it's very quiet here today in Upper Pisang. So I'm the only customer. The lady who made me the tea is up there washing her clothes. And she's just said, anytime you want something, just let me know. So this is exactly what I needed. So I'm at Upper Pisang, where I've had my rest day. And look at this beautiful weather. I'm loving it up here, beautiful and sunny. I can see that Lower Pisang is already in the shade. So it's going to be very cold down there. And it's a pretty stark difference. So that's where we're headed. Just coming back from a mini trek up to Upper Pisang, which you can see there. But seeing all these motorcycles, a new plan is being hatched. These would be beautiful roads to experience and enjoy. Every now and then, on the lonely road, we do encounter friendly cows. Hey there, little guy. What's that you've got? I don't think you should be eating that. This is what it looks like in the evenings. Our dal bhat's being prepared just over there. And we just take advantage of the hot fire to just warm up a bit.
Good morning from Pisang. So we'll be moving towards Manang today. It's a beautiful day today. We're gonna have a great time.
It's only like 7 in the morning, so we're sitting here in the kitchen by the fire. And it's just been wonderful working with Himalayan Holidays Nepal. Just a wonderful experience. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. I just want to give you a little heads up about what happened yesterday. Yesterday was a rest day for us. After walking for about 50 kilometers, we had a day of rest. And I went up to this village behind me, Upper Pisang. And right up there is a Buddhist monastery. And it was just so wonderful to have a rest. After 50 kilometers, I was tired. I wasn't as motivated. I took 1 day rest break, and now I'm raring to go. I can't wait for what's coming next. And so I guess from a physical point of view, that's pretty obvious to all of us that after 3 days of strenuous physical activity, our body needs to take a break. But I just wanted to remind everyone that's the same as well for our mind. And so if at work you've had a full week of work and you end up working over the weekend, that's going to lead to fatigue, and well-placed strategic breaks for our minds are really important too. So it's day 8 of our Nepal adventure. Yesterday we took a little break right here in Lower Pisang, and it's just been so vital for me to be excited and energetic about today.
I'm looking forward to, we're going to Manang, and Manang is supposed to be like a metropolis for trekkers, but on the scale of Nepalese villages, so not on the scale of New York City. But it kind of marks the end of the first part of the journey and the beginning of the second part. So I'm looking forward to
getting there, trying to catch my breath, getting there and spending a day resting, and then we get into the heart of the real adventure.
I can't wait. And yeah, the breathing is a real thing, isn't
Yeah.
it? And this is one of the reasons we took a break, is to acclimatize. Hey everyone, just another update from this beautiful location. This is day 8 of our Nepal adventure and the 5th day of actual trekking. We're getting higher and higher, and it's so peaceful here. I just want to share a moment of peace with all of you. These are my favorite paths amongst the trees. Lots of pine cones on the ground. And really pleasant weather. It was very cold at night, but now with the sun, so pleasant and cool. This is the original stick. I like it better than the new ones that we can buy today. I'm in great spirits today. I'm loving it when the sun's out. It gets very cold, and you guys know I don't love the cold. But it's all part of it now. I've found a way of getting really snug in my sleeping bag at night so that I actually enjoy it. Although I'm in bed from around like 4 p.m. I get out of bed to have dinner, dal bhat, but there tends to be a little fire. The kitchen area has a fireplace in it, so we sit by the fire until the food is ready. Then we have the food, then it's back to bed. But today I'm in really great spirits. I had a little knee ache before I started this trip. It's gone. I've been very careful about what I eat. We're at very high altitude already, and sometimes I feel a little bit dizzy, but it's nothing severe. So far, so good.
Here we are on our way to Manang, and we saw this view, and there's more to come. And this is like a double-sided view. There's a view everywhere we look.
I want to show you the other view, but if there were any questions I had, Jim, about why are we doing this, they've all just been answered.
Yeah, it's spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
That's where we came from, and this is where we're headed. Looks like there's snow ahead, Jim. That's Dawa, our guide.
Hello.
You can see the kutch on the motorcycle on his back. We were doing it. This is another part of the trail. This little body of water is all frozen. It's all frozen there. And there's this little bridge I'll be crossing now. Not a bridge over troubled water, but a bridge over frozen water. So now we're in Humde, and there's a little airport here, and we're still on our way to Manang. So it really has been a long road to Manang, but there's a sign behind us.
There
Jim.
it is. We are being welcomed to Manang. Had to go through a goat crossing. It took us a while.
It's day 9 on our Nepal adventure, and today's a bit different from the other days. Look what we've got.
So it's supposed to be called a rest day. Does it feel like a rest day to you?
It doesn't sound like it.
What we're going to do is we're going to hike up to the Annapurna Glacier that looks down on, what's the name of the town?
Manang. We're on in Manang at the moment.
Manang. Yeah, our brains are, we're at 11,500 feet or 3,540 meters. So our brains are, we're losing, even less of our brains are functioning than usual. And the purpose of going up there is supposed to be spectacular view, absolutely beautiful, but it's also to get up higher so we get more and more used to higher elevation. We still have to go up. You know, we're at 3,500 right here, and we're going to have to get up to about 5,140 when we go through the Thorong La Pass. And so we're on the home stretch, really. Tomorrow we go up to Yakurka, and then we go up to Another place, quite a bit, 600 meters higher, and then it's D-Day. Then we get up early, and it's going to be rigorous, and we're going to be really tired, but I keep telling myself, but eventually we'll be going downhill that day. So one of the big things for us here is water. My son, Jeff, who Christian and I both know pretty well, he hiked up...
Kilimanjaro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hiked up Kilimanjaro. And he said the rule was, no matter what people say, drink water. My feet hurt, drink water. I can't breathe, drink water.
Yeah.
I'm hungry, drink water. And so our goal today is to drink a lot of water, because the more hydrated we are, the better we're going to be in terms of keeping ourselves safe.
Another thing is, we've heard that if you're not looking for snow leopards, you're more likely to see them. So we're not looking for snow leopards, right?
Yeah, let me say a bit about that. So one reason we're here, I've always wanted to come to the Himalayas since I was about 20, but one of the reasons is Peter Matthewson's book called The Snow Leopard. And it's just a beautiful book, and it's about climbing higher and higher. I used to teach it along with the Heart of Darkness. So the Heart of Darkness was going down, and the Snow Leopard was going up and up and into light and enlightenment. And this is where you can find snow leopard. This is like the place in the world where they're most likely. So we did a little research. We know what a snow leopard paw print would look like. But one of the things that Peter Matthewson teaches is that if you look for it, you won't find it. So it's very zen. So Christian and I are not looking for the snow leopard.
No, I don't care.
I don't
care if we see it.
I actually hope I don't see it.
Yeah. So today, we're off to Annapurna Lake, and we've just come down from Manang. There's Jim, Dawa, and that's Manang up there. It's a really great place to visit. And we're headed up that way to the top of one of these hills. How lucky are we with the sky, Jim? Look at the color of the sky. We're at about 3,780 meters, the highest place I've ever been in the world, I'm guessing. And look at the scenery behind me. It was pretty nerve-wracking for me to get up here. Pretty steep hills, narrow paths with snow on them. But it's all a learning experience, and I'm loving it. I'm super fearful right now. This is kind of things that I'm fearful of, but I'm facing them, and this is why. It's pretty close to the edge, and my feet go all wobbly, and I get dizzy, and sometimes even tearful being this close to the edge. But look, I've got a rock in front of me which allows me to do this, but this is much closer than I'd like to be. Thanks for your help, BJ. If there's anybody watching, I have to do it in a way that's cooler, but if nobody's watching, I can do it like this. Don't worry if I'm crying, it's natural. Thanks, Dawa. Dawa's holding on to my bag in case I go straight down. Straight to the lake. BJ, could you show them the lake down there where I'm gonna slide if I slip? So, I think this is the guy who said, if you can't manage this, don't go to Thorong La Pass. And that's a perfect example of one of the things I talk about in relation to unsolicited advice. Sea buckthorn.
It's
the best.
guaranteed to get you through the pass.
Okay. Very sweet.
Well, Christian, here we are. It's not too cold. It's freezing outside, but it's going to get colder. The big thing about this trip, in my opinion, is, first off, we've been blessed with incredibly great weather. Every step along the way has been more beautiful. And tomorrow, I expect even more of the same. The deeper we go into the Himalayas, the more spectacular the mountains are. So I'm excited to see what happens tomorrow.
Day 10, Nepal adventure. We're here in Manang, and we're walking to Yak Karka today. This is where things get really interesting. So, Jim, here we are, Manang.
Manang.
That's the ACAP office just there. So we're going to Tangki Manang, then Gunsang, then Yakarka. But look what it says after that.
Way to Thorong La Pass.
Okay, everyone, this is the highest place a Coach on a Motorcycle sticker has ever been. Here it is, 3,850 meters. And look behind me. Hey everyone, got to 3,900 meters. We're in a place called Gunsang, and most spectacular views so far. We trekked those little paths that you can see just there. 2 days away from Thorong La Pass. There's never a wrong time for Kylie Minogue. BJ, it feels like somebody's watching me, and I think it might be a snow leopard. We're gonna dance our way to Thorong La Pass. So, today I'm leading the trek to Yakarka, full of energy and positivity. Yesterday, there was this person on the path who kind of scoffed a little bit and said, "You think you're going to be able to do Thorong La Pass? No way," shaking his head, having a laugh. And it's reminded me of previous moments in my life where people have doubted me, and in some ways that's motivated me even more. I can think of times when people may have underestimated me in the past, and it's actually just led to a surge in determination. We're at Yakarka. We've made it, but my good friend BJ thinks we should carry on walking to get some more elevation, so we're going to go a little bit further before coming back down. So I'm over 4,000 meters now. This is the highest I've ever been, and we're going to go higher, but just so you can have a view of what it's looking like already from here. That's what it's looking like already. We're a couple days away from Thorong La Pass. We're in Yakarka.
Here we are. I keep calling it Yak Karma, but Yak Karka is really what it is. Been quite a hike today. How'd you feel the wind?
It was good. It was good from my point of view. I was really determined after yesterday because I was feeling a little bit flat, and I was doing my best. How about you?
It was... I probably feel more tired at the end of the day than any other day. And I was going pretty slowly. I wasn't really pushing it, but that elevation gain, we went up, I don't know, like a couple thousand feet. So
Yeah.
like 600 meters or something. It's been pretty amazing.
So the height here, we're above 4,000 meters now. Tomorrow's one of the big days. There's 2 big days coming up.
Yeah, I think tomorrow is going to be our second hardest day, and the day after tomorrow will be our hardest.
Okay. We find that things are much easier for us in the daytime. Last night wasn't a pleasant night. I woke up feeling shortness of breath, and when you've got nothing else to do, just sitting there worrying about that's not great. So I was waiting for the sun to come out, but once the sun's out and it's like this, my spirits are up. I feel better. And I think Jim and I are ready for the next 2 days.
Well, here we are.
Day 11 of our adventure.
Let me adjust my...
Yeah, I want you looking your best for this crossing when we get to it.
Best possible look. Adventure indeed.
Today, the climbing is tougher. We're at a higher elevation. We're at about 4,150 meters. Still climbing, so don't worry about that. But more stops, breathing stops. So I should be breathing now. The breathing's a bit more difficult at this altitude, so we're taking it a little bit slower than usual.
I'm loving every minute.
Jim's loving every minute of it. Okay. We're in the snow now. Made it up to the snow. I don't know how many meters we are, but I can tell you something. It's not a lot of oxygen up here. But it's beautiful. It reminds me of the cover of Tintin in Tibet. Okay, finally. 4,550 meters. And we're in the snow. And this is the most beautiful thing I've seen on this whole adventure. Long bridge. We've come across this whole mountain pass. I can see other people behind coming in a bit later. But that is Jim and Dawa right there. And they're gonna have a little stretch now, just those little corners, and then the bridge to wrap up the whole thing. Tomorrow we're gonna be going up there to Thorong La Pass. So, day 12 Nepal adventure. We're gonna be setting off very shortly. It's 5 in the morning. We've got some horses outside. They're gonna take us up a steep incline to closer to the pass where we're going to meet our guides, and we're going to be crossing Thorong La Pass today. So Jim, here we are. We're about to head off.
Yes.
Day 12. Here's our horses. We're keeping warm.
We're keeping warm.
It's pretty snowy. We've got Gesar and Lucky with us, thankfully. And Jim just coming around. We're getting back on the horses again. There's been a bit of walking in the snow. Snow everywhere you look. And we're coping okay. We're doing well. Jim, adventure continues.
It does continue. Boy.
We're still here to tell the tale. Thorong La Pass! I'm on my way down from Thorong La Pass. It's been an amazing adventure. And for me, the adrenaline of doing this has worn down a little bit. And I'm so relieved that it's behind us. But that means I don't have the energy to get down to there. But we've got to do it, otherwise we'll freeze to death. Unfortunately, Jim had a fall somewhere on the way down, but I hope he's okay. So it's day 13, and here we are in Muktinath.
We are no longer on a trek. And I'm wearing this little hat that I got for Thorong La Pass because I refused to wear it until we got across the pass. Didn't want to get jinxed.
Okay, Jim, so we've made it. We're here. We're at the 3800 Cafe in Muktinath.
It was so easy getting here.
I think we went the long way around, Jim.